How you doing, everybody? Thanks for joining us today for another Rolling Over the Hill right here on the Live to Roll channel. And thanks to all of you for being part of our Live to Roll family. Before we get started, let's thank our sponsors, mobility professionals and urology professionals. They're very good at what they do, and that is providing the best in a variety of medical equipment and urology supplies, along with their excellent customer service. If you are in need of a wheelchair, catheters, and rehab equipment, give them a call or check them out on the web. On today's show, we'll be talking about tools, tech, and freedom, product that changes life in our community. So make sure to include your questions, comments, and views in the chat, and don't forget to hit that like button. Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Soto. I'm a T12 spinal cord injury from a motorcycle racing accident almost 52 years ago. So let's get rolling and get started with our show. Chad may be joining us a little later, so we'll catch up with him. And right now, let me welcome Paul. Yeah, Paul and Bobby. Paul, what's going on?
Hey, good to see you guys. Good to see everybody in the chat. Before we get along too far here, I gotta say Jay's already said it there, but congrats to Team USA women's hockey team. Good game today this afternoon. Maybe it's a spoiler alert, but
That's
OT.
good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship. Good.
Yeah, ladies won. It was a good game. It was awesome. So congrats. My name's Paul Gustafson. I'm C56 Quad up here in Saskatchewan, Canada. Kind of frosty up here today. I'm thinking maybe Jay and Leon are feeling the same where they are. Been hurt for 41 plus years, something like that. Kind of losing track. Over to you, Bobby.
Wow, thank you. I'm Bobby Rohan, C5C6, here in rainy Southern California today, but it's nice. We got the rain. And I've been hurt 36 years. Is this March yet? Or are we still February?
No, still February, man.
Then I'm not
Don't
going to
push it. Don't rush it anymore, man. It's already going fast.
It's soon to be another year.
Yeah.
Enough about that. Before we get going, and I want to do a check-in with you guys. Message me on Instagram if you want this photo, or send me your email. I put together, and I think we featured it last week, but this one, it's like a page that you can put on somebody's car. It's, just easy to do, kind of funny. And I put it into ChatGPT to change it for us, but I thought, crud. Okay, let's see here. How do I do this now? Okay, we need Sean. So I just thought this was funny, and I got it to change at the bottom. And now that I look at it, it doesn't look like the best, but maybe if you practice coloring this turtle, it will help you not park on the handicap ramp lines. So I just thought that was funny. Whoops, wrong one. So I just thought like maybe that would, if you guys want this, so you can put it on people's cars when this happens to you.
Yeah.
Message me on Instagram at SCI_quad_father, and I will send it to you. So, and then I know Sean said he's going to put it up on our Instagram here soon. So
awesome.
Yeah. So you want to talk about today's show?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Product review. So we did a product review about 5-ish months ago of some of the higher tech products. We're gonna go with some different stuff today, and I'm really curious to hear in the chat too what people have to say, and when we're kind of going through some of this stuff, and maybe a piece of an adapted equipment or something that you use that is really important to you. Besides, I mean, the wheelchair for sure. Everybody knows the wheelchair's kind of a can't live without thing, but maybe something a little bit lower tech that is really significant for you. That was one idea I had. Did you guys have others?
Well, okay. We can, yeah, why don't you start out?
Okay. Yeah, for
Why don't
sure.
you start out in the sense that, um,
A little bit of history. I'll
yeah,
give you
what
a,
you have, we don't have pictures for it, but start out where you were, and then let's get into your items first.
yeah,
How about that?
yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
You tell
So Bobby's got me using Chat GBT now, and I can understand.
what you're talking.
I can understand what's going on, man. This is great. So a few little searches here, and just some of my own personal knowledge and stuff. I found a little bit of information about kind of disability equipment and how innovation has really driven some inventions that we know and well maybe used to use more so, but that have really driven technology. Sure, technology. So the first one that I found was the typewriter, or nowadays a keyboard, your modern computer keyboard. So the early typewriter was partly popularized to help people with visual impairments write legibly. Um, Today's keyboards are digital, more the digital world, but back in the day with a manual keyboard, that's what that was for. The idea of closed captioning was originally created for people who are hard of hearing or people who are deaf. But nowadays, people use closed captioning all the time if they're in perhaps a noisy environment. People that we've got lots of people from the world has become so small. We got people with different languages that might not understand, so they use closed captioning in their own language to watch a TV program, perhaps. Um, and also things like social media, where you can scroll and you don't have to have the sound on. You can scroll and still see what's going on. So typewriters and closed captioning were kind of the top two that were interesting. Once we kind of get to some more technological advances, things like speech recognition. So our speech to text tools. How many people use that every day? I mean, I know on my phone I use it all the time now. Um, I don't know about you guys, but back
No,
in
I
the
use
day,
it all the time. And in our product review, I asked our good buddy, Mark Fluglin, who is always coming up with some great 3D products. And I said, thanks a lot, Mark. And my dictation spelled his name with a C, not a K. And he goes, he used a word that I won't say on air. Uh, it's with a K. And I said, sorry, it's Apple's crappy dictation. Uh, so, yeah, I mean, it's great, but there are mistakes and it's not always,
yeah,
but we got it.
think about it. I mean, the reason it was first created, from the info I found, was more to help people that were dyslexic.
Well, and I'll tell you, I remember a long time ago, iPhone 1 was about to come out. And when they showed that as a feature on their iPhone 1, I was like, that's my phone.
Yep.
That's a
So I'm gonna go back a little further.
okay.
I'm gonna go back to 1988. So in 1988, I was taking a computer class, a first year computer class at the university, and we were doing programming and stuff. And oh, what was the program? Dragon Dictate, or was it before Dragon Dictate?
It might have
It
been because
might have been right before. Yeah, it
yeah,
might have been before
Dragon
Dragon Dictate.
Dictate came out in '92.
Yeah. So a friend of mine in the class, a female, she was using it and it was working really well. I tried using it, it would not pick up my voice. Well, it could hear me, but it didn't. It just came out gobbledygook. It didn't work at all for my tone of voice, whatever, like the sound I was making, it couldn't pick up. But her voice as a female, it picked up quite well.
Mm.
So you look then, and then you look at today. So it spells Mark with a C instead of a K. Whatever. Ah,
Not
Yeah.
according to
Yeah.
what he texted me,
Really.
Mark, get over it.
but we love Mark. It's
Mark with a K, get over it. But yeah, some of that stuff's pretty cool. Another one that we all use and see every day, except when you're living in Saskatchewan and it's all full of snow, are curb cuts. Originally designed for people with mobility impairments, typically wheelchairs, and people with visual impairments is why they have the little bumps on them. But that innovation has helped so many people without disabilities. Parents with strollers, delivery drivers,
Yep. Yep.
people with luggages, cyclists, like you name it. It's, it just goes on and on and on.
I'm gonna say something about curb cutouts though.
Yeah.
They've gone backwards in the sense that now I don't know if this is in every state with those stupid yellow bumps
Yeah.
that they have to install to let blind people, and I'm sorry if you're blind and visually impaired out there and they need that. I it's oh my gosh, you get to the other side of the street and you're stopped. You know.
So I'm gonna agree with you. They need to do something better. I understand
Yep.
we need both, but they need to do something better. So down where you are in California, they've got the yellow bumps. I quite like those, Bobby, because up here they have half-inch grooves going
Oh, that's
horizontal,
yeah, yeah. That's I know.
and your wheels can actually get stuck in them
Oh
as you're going
man.
down.
Like riding a bike across the railroad track sometimes. You
Yeah,
get that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So your front
Yeah.
wheel gets stuck in one of those grooves while the wheelchair stops, but you just keep going.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the curb cuts. I really I know when I first got hurt, they were just coming out of the begin. Those early '70s, and there's a lot of places. They were just putting them a few different places, and yeah, the yellow bumps and stuff are kind of a bummer, but I'll take it because I remember when they didn't have the curb cuts all over, and you had to jump the curb in your wheelchair, and lots of times you're successful, but there was a few times where you weren't. So you do that wheelie and hit it and get spit out of your chair. I was young enough to have the strength to get in and out, but or cruise the street to look for a driveway to go up the curb or something. So yeah, there's pros and cons. I get it, but I'm glad to see curb cuts. But yeah, I don't know what else they could do though for visually impaired to let them know there's a curb cut there. I don't really
I
know.
don't want to speak for every visually impaired. Um, Sean and I have had a guest on, and he said, "Yeah, that is giving us a bad name." So you know, they don't need it. They know when they get to the other side.
Well,
By
they can tap the
they
curb.
tell
There's the
by
curb.
okay, now I'm going up the rise of the curb cutout.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing, but it's there. We deal with it.
Yeah,
Unlike
it's just not our disability that
I
matters.
think you're saying, Paul, they're not, and not every curb cutout is pretty here too. Yeah, we got those that, they're my. A couple weeks ago when my dad was in the hospital, I didn't want to use the parking lot where I had to get the ticket, and it's a pain in the ass. So I parked across the street, but I spotted it out. Like I literally drove around this block 3 times to go. Can I get across this street? It's a busy.
Checking it out,
Yeah,
checking it out.
and Robert, you know this Catella. Catella
Yeah,
here in Orange County is a major street. It goes so far that it it's one of the main cross streets for Disneyland. Let's just put it
yeah.
like that. So
Very well, a very well traveled road.
very well, you know. So
Wow.
I had to drive around just to make sure that I can get across the street without what you said, Paul. That little, lip. But it's getting better. So go ahead, Paul.
Yeah. Well, no, I was curb cut. The last one I wanted to mention was when we look at the gaming world. And the gaming world is so huge right now. And actually, Xbox designed a deliberately designed a game controller for people with limited mobility. So that's pretty cool. Their modular design for that has now influenced hardware for all gaming controllers, gaming devices, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of a cool innovation where they created created something for somebody with limited mobility, and it is just works so well that everybody wants to use it. So that's kind of cool when you see that innovation, and I've heard that time and time again is that innovation for people with disabilities, often created by people with disabilities, if it's actually implemented, everybody appreciates it. Everybody, it makes life easier for everybody, not just the disability community. Unless it's a curb cut where they've maybe gone too far. So that's kind of what I was thinking there. If we get a little bit of background on some of these innovative technology, innovative tools and stuff.
You
Um,
want to start with yours?
yeah. So kind of circling back to, I'm going to show you one simple device that I've used that my dad invented that I couldn't live without daily. Is a bicycle spoke, but it's a bicycle spoke that's bent into a zipper pull button doer upper on my pants. So that's essentially
That's cool.
free. Broken spoke, and you've got a pair of pliers to bend it up. So that's all that
That's
is.
cool.
So
Cool.
Oh,
if I
here,
don't have or if it breaks,
there we go.
just run around with my pants down. And
That
then
didn't label, so sorry.
yeah, Bobby's found one there too that's cheap, innovative device. So innovative devices don't have to cost a lot of money. So
No,
there's
which is
different ways to
it.
do.
This is kind of like when I was getting myself dressed and undressed back in the day. Um, it was um, it was a coat hanger, and
Mm-hmm.
my dad helped me cut the coat hanger to have that hook. So I at night, only for a zipper, only at night, and
Yeah,
that's all I used it for, just to unzip my pants.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it seems so small of a thing, but for somebody that really needs it, it's hugely important. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if people have things that they kind of use on the daily that are really important to them. So I think that's kind of interesting. And then a couple of, I guess, questions that I had to think about today. One was more technology based, and then the other one was more practical when we think about working around the house. Um, and I really appreciate this podcast and the whole Lift Roll family because a lot of the topics that come up are things that we find either interesting or questions that we have, and that the community as a whole kind of jumps in and gives their opinion and what their experiences are, and it's just really creative and cool. If we think about the household stuff, I'm in a position now where I'm trying to figure out how to cook, and that includes things like holding on to a spatula, reaching things, opening things, whether it's a can or whatever, even reaching something out of the fridge, grabbing something out of the fridge without spilling it all over, um, taking a bowl of soup out of the microwave. All these different types of things that you do in the kitchen, and you got to be careful because you're dealing with hot stuff, right? Or you're dealing with knives and sharp objects, and quads and knives often don't go really well together. So thinking about different tools or different ways to modify kitchen utensils, kitchen devices to make them useful to make them adapted, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see or hear maybe what you guys have done or what you've heard about, what other people have done. Um, there's lots of different things like cutting boards. There's some
So
interesting cutting boards out there.
yeah, why don't we go on to that one? Because you found this, and I think I want to order this. This is amazing. So let's see if it comes up. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that looks pretty cool.
It,
Um, so this is it was the idea is for somebody who's one-handed, but it would work really well because if you need two hands to hang on to something, the board itself
I
will hold
like that. That's pretty cool.
this, right?
Got
Um,
to have a nice sharp knife though,
yeah, that's.
too.
But the
yeah,
adaptive knife, there are out there, so and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can
yeah.
find them.
So that's kind of cool. And there's different.
Even this was kind of the yogurt thing that they were showing that they
Yeah,
have yogurt or something that you're going to eat out of because
yeah,
it kind of tips all the time when you put your fork in there. Um,
yeah. To open the lid on it, right? And
mhm.
even this when they're grating the grating the vegetables and stuff, right? And it holds the grater, or there's that little one on the top, the little prongs, and then if you look over on the other side, there's
And then they had this other one, which was a little bit different,
yeah,
um, but kind of same concept. The other one
I think,
was a cutting board.
yeah.
This,
I think this is a smaller version. This one's a plastic one, and the other one was bamboo,
I
I
think,
believe.
yeah, it's this one's silicone. Bamboo's better for your knives.
Right, right, yeah. So things like that, I think, are pretty interesting. Even holding, like if you look on that silver thing that he was grading on, it's got two edges, so you can put a piece of bread or a bagel or something on there. It would hold it in place while you're trying to
Yeah.
butter it or put topping on it or
I,
something.
I like that part that had the peeler on it where you could just drag it across and not having to try to hold. I mean, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, and that's something that was kind of invented for somebody who's one-handed, but I could see
Yeah.
that working really well
Oh, yeah.
for others as well. Um,
John said, John said, I like this. You need safety glasses when frying. I even
yeah,
found one time I was boiling something and I had it on there and I'm like, plop. And all of a sudden the boiling water came and, on the face,
Oh,
you're
man.
like, oh, but when you're high, you're like, oh, jeez.
yeah, you need more than just goggles, right? You need like a
Uh,
welding mask or something.
uh,
Full face mask. That's a good point. And actually, that's a good point that he makes that you are at eye level. So everybody else is doing it. Like what it's built for is for people that are standing. So they're always reaching down. We're always reaching across.
Yeah.
You know, even if you have a counter that's low, you're still reaching across, not down. So yeah, that's it sounds funny, but it's actually true.
yeah.
So you gotta be careful of stuff like that. A few other things that they mention are things like different types of knives, like a rocker knife that you can kind of rock back and forth to cut something. Those are kind of cool. Electric jar openers. There's tons of different kinds of jar openers or rubber grip aids to help with jars. Um, things like if you get a little fancier, faucets that are motion activated, so to turn water on and off. That's kind of cool. I know I use that in my bathroom for my soap dispenser, like a motion activated soap dispenser. That works pretty cool.
Yeah. And they even have them in the trash cans too, where you just wave your hand in front and it lifts the
Well,
lid.
yeah, I mean,
You know?
then you're getting into expense, but they are nice. You got the one
Yeah,
Yeah.
for your toothpaste and the trash and the soap and
yeah.
I think even coming down to shaving cream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
so, and
they're,
you're right. That gets a little more expensive.
yeah, I mean, which is great. They have them, and then and a lot of our products here that we're going to feature isn't like Yeah, there's expense to everything.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it's kind of like something you get used to in being in the disability community because everything costs something. You throw a medical or some type of need like a label on it, and all of a sudden, man, it doubles the price. You know, so it's just something that that we get hosed on all the time.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm curious again in the chat if people have used different things or what they find useful or
They're
what they
coming.
find not useful.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about your last thing.
The computer one.
Yeah.
There we going. Yeah. So that was one I was thinking too because I'm in need of a new desktop computer, and I've got Apple everything else, and I know Bobby, you run a Apple desktop as well,
Mhm.
and the I guess fairly seamless integration that's kind of cool with the Apple products where you can if all your devices are linked together where you have access to the resources on every device makes it quite simple, which I find appealing compared to a PC. And then what other peripherals, I guess you could say, would go along with that that you might use. I know for myself, even moving away from just Apple versus PC, is the one of the peripherals I use is a trackball, and I find that really useful. Um, there's different types of trackballs, and as a quad, I find the ones with the bigger mouse ball thing. Yeah, I like that one. That's what I have is and I find the wireless one works a little bit. I guess the shape of it is a little better than the wired one that I used to have.
I'm on this exact one right now.
Yeah, we have the same. Yeah, that wireless expert is what Bobby and I both use. It's
Yeah.
got the nice big buttons on it. The buttons are programmable. Um,
You
around the ball is a scroll wheel, makes
you
it really accessible.
you program your tracks,
My,
your
my
button.
button,
Yeah.
I do because I have one that's if I click it once, it locks something. If I want to click and drag, um, so my top
Really?
top left,
It does that?
yeah.
Okay.
So then you just do one click and you can drag stuff around. Um, so you got click. It'll do all of them. Another one you can make it a double click button. You can program two buttons at once. It does stuff. I don't do that, but I kind of got left click, right click, click and drag, and um, a double click one.
Thank.
So yeah, that's a pretty cool innovation, and I probably like you, Bobby. I've used that. It's a Kensington as a brand name. Kensington is a good company too. I believe they're out of California. I had one of mine quit on me, and I contacted them, and in 2 days I had a new one shipped to me, no charge. Like they're an awesome company,
Yeah.
and I don't necessarily think these were designed for as an adapted thing, but they work really well. And they have a few different designs, and other companies have different designs too. Flatter ones or ones with the ball at the side or whatever. So you have to kind of play around and see what works best for you. But
Um,
that one, I love that one.
I do have a warning. If you use a wireless mouse because it's Bluetooth on your computer, do not turn off that Bluetooth because now you got to go find your freaking mouse that you have to plug back in and click that. Okay, find Bluetooth because I've done that before and I'm like, wait, I turned it off. Now it's not going to recognize my Bluetooth keyboard or mouse. So be careful.
I got a funny story about that. Here's mine when I turn it off and turn it back on, it just automatically comes finds it again. But it doesn't have a dongle, like a dongle that you plug into your. Like I got a dongle that plugs into a USB port for my. I think it's for my mouse or is it for my keyboard or both? I don't know. Then it doesn't have to. Yeah, that's what it is. Then it's not using the Bluetooth. Maybe that's why. But I got a funny story about that. I was at the dentist a few months back, and they were doing what was she doing? I think she was doing X-rays, and she said she had this new system that was supposed to be much better. And she was messing around with a few things, and she said, "Well, I got to pull this out because I need to do something, 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 whatever she was doing." And then her new X-ray thing wasn't working, and she couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out, so we had to go to the old system. And she, "No, no, nothing's working on my computer. My mouse doesn't work. Nothing's working. I can't do anything." Well, what she pulled out of the computer was the dongle for her mouse. So it made nothing work. I said, "Well, try plugging that back in and see if it works."
Yeah.
Sure enough,
Oh,
there you go. So, yeah, that was a couple of things I thought of. Uh, I don't know where else I was going with that, but the idea of a computer system that is linked with your phone and your tablet, and you get all your texts in the same place, you get your emails in the same place, you got all your files are easy to access. um, I don't know, it sounds appealing to me. And what about you, Robert? What kind of a system do you use?
Uh, I I'm a PC. Like I said, everything I have is Android. So I mean,
Yeah,
I had an iPad at one time and kind of integrated what I could, but
yeah,
yeah, no, I'm a Samsung phone, and that's what I
yeah,
had all along. I got my cell phone when in 1985. It was one of those car phones because I was doing with business and stuff. But so I just kind of stayed with that all along. That kind of set the pace for me. Um,
yeah,
and so yeah, so I'm a PC guy, but the only computer I have in the house is my laptop. And
yeah,
once my desktop got outdated, I never replaced it or anything like that. I prefer the laptop, which is good for me. But
yeah.
yeah, it works fine. I just said I need to get I need to update. Because this
Yeah,
one is just like it's hit and miss. Sometimes it wants to work, and sometimes it doesn't come on. It takes forever, and sometimes it's like fires right up. So time for a new one.
yeah. No,
Upgrade already. Shit, upgrade.
Yeah.
hey,
Chad,
Yeah.
welcome.
Hey guys, Chad Dismukes, C56 quad, diving accident 30 years ago. Thanks for having me, guys.
yeah,
Sorry I'm late. What's up?
not much, not much. We're just talking product.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey, I know we got you for a very short time here, Chad. Uh,
yeah. Sorry about that,
you want
man.
to talk about what you got going on, expo business, because this is huge.
Yeah, I run sharelife.com. We sell different types of stuff like we're talking about. We sell the hookets, some lap trays, just different type of independent living type stuff, if you will, for us guys. And been working the last me and a friend of mine been working building up to the Long Beach Expo. It'll be the first time we'll be out there at an expo that I've never done this kind of thing before. So um, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're just putting all the pieces together, and Hope Lift to Roll has a booth out there, and um, yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. We're the home of the Hook It, and
Yeah.
that's kind of the main thing that we have and that we
Yeah.
sell. Um,
I
Real
need I need
useful
to
for
get.
us guys, just tools. A tool. You need one, Robert.
Yeah, I do. I want to get that one because I need to pull in boxes on the porch, man. I can't. The way they place the boxes is either too far away where I can't get out with the wheelchair, or too far away because I can't reach it, or whatever. So I go, man, if I had that hooked, I could even pierce the box a little bit and yank it.
Yeah, you
Oh
could.
yeah,
That's what I. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why it's sharp
yeah.
on the end.
That's what I'm always thinking about. I go, I gotta get one when he's out here.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny. Okay, so I'm in my car. I'm leaving where my dad is at a nursing home right now, and I'm on a street. The hill is up like this, so it's not the greatest transfer. And then you're on the street, so it's slanted. So now, it just when you're not on flat, it just makes a transfer just a little bit different. And drop my keys, drop my phone right by the ramp, I'm in my driver's seat, and I'm looking over, and not only then I grabbed. I always have one in my van. It's hooked around, the passenger headrest. And there's always a little gap because they might put it up higher. So I have it hooked around that. So I grabbed that, dropped it.
Oh, you need to hook it to hook the hook it.
You do need a hook it.
This is on
Really though,
my
you need a hook it for the hook it, right?
Yeah.
So this is on my wheelchair. I can't reach it from my little strap, the keys, and I need my key because it's a fob key. And where it was, I know I'm not going to be able to start my car. It's going to be like, oh, we don't see your key, damn it. Like, so I
Little
was able to,
snowball effect there.
I was able to get to the hook it, and then drag it to the hook part, this end here, and then pull with the hook at the other hook it, the key closer to me. Oh, I was like, freaking man, thank God.
Yeah, it's just a great little simple device for picking up everything.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of it. It is simple until
Yeah.
you run over it and bend it, and then you're out of luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one. I was getting a Amazon box or something. It was way too heavy, and so my long one is bent a little.
I mean, it takes a lot to bend it, but run over it for sure.
But
How you been, Paul? What's up, Paul?
Hey, been doing pretty good. Been doing pretty good.
Hey.
Trying to stay warm up here. Breaking cold again. Was nice. Now it's cold. Jeez.
Good to see you, man. I'm looking forward to that USA Canada matchup again. Hopefully it works out like that.
The men's game or the women's game they played today?
Yeah,
Oh,
the men's.
yeah,
Yeah, the men's game on Friday. Yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens tomorrow, I guess. We got to get by Finland first, so
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome.
good game to go
we'll
into.
go.
Good.
But
All right,
yeah,
Robert.
and also like little lap trays too. We have little lap trays, and what I like about my lap trays, it's a small little tray I can put on my side, and the deal is with this thing is I can take it to the bank or to wherever I'm going, and I don't have to turn into the show. You know what I mean? And trying to get my envelopes or whatever, I clip them on beforehand with like I have my assistant or something or do it myself. I don't want to get out there and start using my mouth on opening things and everything in public. Again, I don't want to be the show. But yeah, just be able to have little simple things. And Robert, you and I, or Bobby, you and I talked a little bit earlier about some of the simple. I don't know what you guys have talked about, but some of the little things that we've kind of invented that you can't go out on the market and buy, but just that work for us. We
Yeah.
figured out little things that work, and it's not, and we share, and that's a beautiful thing about being able to be in this community is that we just share these little things and we can tweak them a little bit here and there, and it works. It gets us by, and it's the little things that matter, the simple things, like the little key the round key thing to put on your zipper, to be able to pull your zipper down. It's the simple things that go a long
And
way.
it comes down. I was telling Chad, I'm like, couldn't find the right key loop to put on, and I just, So today it's cold outside. I have my like half sweats, and so I attach my leg back to the side, always up here. So when you're wearing pants, I can't pull them all the way up here. So I have a zipper on the side, and all I used was a hook. It's it's a zip tie. So I
Zip ties are great.
Yeah.
the perfect loop, a zip tie, and I use them for all my backpacks. I just, it just makes it so much cheaper and easier.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're good until you pull the wrong end, and all of a sudden your little loop
Yeah.
gets really, really small.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to double hand that shit. I mean, otherwise you're not gonna.
But I've learned I have handicap scissors to clip them where you can't even pull it.
Where you can't pull it, yeah.
Yeah, unless it gets pulled by. Don't ask me.
Or
Don't
pushed out.
get me started. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, Paul. It still works. But here's the thing. I clip it off and make a new one.
Well, yeah, it's so
Yeah.
easy to replace. They last
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
No, that's the most economical one, just the zip tie. And then I've got some zip ties that you can reuse. You can open them up
Yeah.
and unzip tie them.
Hmm.
Those
Yeah.
are kind of cool too.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
that's
cool.
handy. Do you have a favorite little device like that that you use, Chad? That's just something simple that
Uh,
you daily use thing?
I use a chopstick a lot, and I wear these. The one reason I wear my gloves all the time. I mean, um, I'm in a power base a lot of the time, but I also push my manual. But I still keep my gloves on, and the reason being is just like this. You see, I can stick my
Yeah.
pin in here and type,
Yeah.
or if I have the chopstick, I can stick a chopstick in here and be able to get move little things around, or if it works awesome, just for little things like that.
Hey man, whatever works, that's
Yeah.
my motto,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I put a lot of things in my gloves, and that's why I keep them on, because
Yeah.
if I have a spatula or something and I need to flip something in the toaster oven,
Yeah.
I can simply stick it in and do it, and I don't have to put another device on to be able to grab it. Same thing,
Yeah.
with brushing my teeth. I can just get in here and just do it. It works, and
I
so
got a
hell,
I got a friend that does the same thing, same type of gloves.
Mhm.
And that's why he leaves them on all the time he does lots of
Yeah.
cooking with it, and he uses it.
Yeah. Yours, I use pushing
Hey,
gloves.
hey, Bobby, I gotta go. I gotta be
Okay.
someplace in a half
Cool.
hour.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Good to
anyway,
see you.
good seeing you
Good to see
guys.
you, Robert.
Sorry that I'm
Take
cutting it
care.
short, but I gotta go.
take care,
Okay.
Robert.
All right. All right. See you guys.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
So yours are nice and soft, which is great. Um, though I use pushing ones that have hard, and I love yours for that reason. And I know another good friend of ours, Richard Bell. He uses his gloves for everything like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good just to have it on, and it protects my hands too.
Hmm.
Um,
Fingerless glove, works
But
well for them.
and
Hey, do you guys use the back of your hands sometimes to like pull up? Like to pull up, you'll use your back of your hand, and just to hold on to stuff. You
okay.
got it. You got a little. Yes, 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 dude. I developed one too on my hand. Holy smokes! Underneath my gloves the other day, I was like, man, it's kind of. But that's just it for. That's it. Pulling up and using that back of the wrist is.
Or I
Yeah.
slow down going down a like
Uh
where
huh.
my dad is at right now. It's a hill that once in a while I'm like whoa, 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 and I have to use the back of my hand for that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's where I wear out my sleeves. I just pull my sleeve down, and then the sleeves get all ripped apart.
but yeah, I found these, Paul. This is a new one because I have a couple, but it's a one that you can reuse. It's a hard plastic. Uh,
Oh, that's a
easy,
beefy one.
it's a beefy one, and
Yeah.
so this one is reusable. To work it, it's a little bit hard for me depending on what I'm using it for.
Yeah.
But it's reusable. It's awesome.
Reusable. Yeah.
It's a product by Hiplock, HIPLOK.
Hip lock.
Yeah.
Hip lock. That's a
You
good
know
one.
what's another thing that I use a lot too that you mentioned, Paul? Let me see if I can back up a little bit here. On my door, if you can see it, did I send you some of these, Bobby? But on my
Yes, I
door,
got them.
there's that little black thing that's on the door. So I can roll out my door and be able to. Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And grab the door here, and you know what I mean? Pull it close. Pull it
Yeah.
close in me.
Like a T handle.
Yeah, basically that's what it is.
Yeah.
And just to be able to pull the door closed. Should I use that? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when I leave,
You
coming in
can-
and out of all my doors, and inside the house too. I even put them inside the house. So speaking of these, I'm trying to get some more of them printed. I print them on a 3D printer, and my thought is that what I'm planning to do for this Long Beach show is come by the booth. I'm going to have some handouts, And in the handouts, I'm hoping to have a couple of these key rings that we talked about, a couple of the door hooks, and I'm also going to a couple of pieces of reflective tape, along with some emergency response stickers, and just be handing them out. So people that are here in the chat, or stop by the booth, just come by and pick some of these, pick one up. It's a simple thing. We're going to be handing out just the like we're talking simple things that go a long way for us.
And you're talking about the Long Beach Abilities Expo, Chad.
Oh yeah, the Long Beach Abilities Expo. I think it's in the 23rd or 24th of March or something like that. Yeah, I look forward to that. We're gonna have a lot of fun, Bobby. It's gonna be good. Come on, Paul. Now, did you make your ticket?
Yeah, I wish I could get down there, man.
Oh my God!
I don't think I'm gonna make it this year, but it'll happen. It'll
We're
happen.
gonna have a little quad corner, is what it'll be.
In our
SCI corner.
In the product one, I'll show some like what you were talking about. These grip toggles I found, $20. And if anybody wants, it's a lot to put in our description of all these ones that we find. So hit us up on Instagram if you want to find out more information. But I found these that are just like a little simple thing that you can, it's got a ring and you put around and you can slip your fingers. I'm going to try this for my razor and see if this works for me. My fingers are tight, are tight together. So I'm going to see if that works. And they had this one, Chad, that you kind of like pop or stick to the drawer if you don't have handles on your drawer. And they showed it on a door. I don't know how well it's going to work, but
you might be able to reach back and you put your finger in it and pull it. Hey, did you guys talk about Mark's at Abilities, his products?
I haven't got there yet.
No. Yeah, sorry.
We're getting there.
No, that's good. Good time to bring it up.
He's got some great things. I love some of the things he prints and he makes. It'd be great to be able to have, if it was a shareware kind of thing where we could get those files and print them, some of these things that he makes would be great to have that ability. But yeah, he makes some great things. I love that plug deal he makes where you can plug the plugs in. Yeah, it's good. Abilities.com, I think it is, or .net or something like that. Yeah.
And speaking of Mark, he gave me a couple. We were hoping to get him on. He gave me just a couple products to show. One was this. I guess he's liking this one. Bendable, long handle, silicone body brush. I use one that is a lot smaller for my hand when I'm in the shower, and it's just string right now around it, so I can get my hand in there and scrub my face and down here. But what I liked about this is if I can get the my down towards my feet a little bit more and under my.
How do you hold it, Bobby?
This one, that's what I got to figure out. The other one,
if it's bendable, maybe you can bend it so it's got kind of a shape to hang on to.
And another one that he shared was this new thing on the market. He said, yes, okay, spendy, almost $500 for glasses. But if you're somebody like me that has a hard time taking a picture real quick, you're like, oh, I got to get my phone out. Hold on. I want to take a picture of this. This is kind of your new by Meta. I'm sure everybody's seen the commercial.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine's got a pair.
And
hey, Bobby, remember a couple years ago, or not years ago, remember a couple of episodes way back, you and Sean, y'all had a lady on that sold some of those, the picture of those little straps, colorful straps that you were showing earlier.
Easy hold.
Easy hold.
Easy hold.
Yes.
Yep.
I always thought that would be a great thing to have a pack of those, just to put on different things like this or that or that or this.
I just ordered some today.
You did?
I just ordered some today for I thought around some stuff in the kitchen. Some of they're little silicone straps.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah. So
Hey, hey, Paul, what's up? How's the independence coming along by yourself and trucking through? How is it?
It's it's a process. It's a process. Every day's a little different.
Yeah.
I started going back to work there a couple days ago, part time. So getting on a little bit more. So that's good. But
Sorry about being
figuring
interrupted.
stuff
Yeah,
out,
that's it right there.
that's
just
That's
like
good.
ordering those things, just trying stuff.
Yeah.
my left hand is a lot tighter than my right. So when I'm doing some exercise, it's able to hold it a lot better. And so I use this for also when I'm shaving with a razor. I use a smaller one. I got the variety pack. It works well. And yeah, if you look, we did, this is what, Paul, maybe our fourth product review. So if you look back at our product reviews, you can see us demonstrating that hook it and everything. So
Mhm.
um, so yeah, we got a bunch. I was gonna feature a couple other ones that are kind of like come up and coming. This one was something Mark sent. It's like this sensor uh, wheelchair that kind of can help you stay off from going off a curb or bumping into walls.
That's that video we showed a couple of shows ago. Was that chair?
Yeah, and so oh wait, this might be another one. Let's see here.
That one's a little different. It's got
Okay,
automatic.
called the one I'm thinking about is called the Lucy. It's the first of its kind hardware software product that attaches to the power wheelchair to provide security. That's what was nice that this product attaches to any power chair or almost. So it senses if you're about to go off the curb. So I guess you place it down here at the footrest and on the frame and in front of the
And
joystick and behind.
yeah,
So I had I thought I had a video and I guess I did the wrong video because this is, whoops, where's that?
Wow.
All I did was this. So
yeah,
they make a couple different products that go with that.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Some of the tech we're getting some pretty cool stuff that's coming out.
yeah.
Um, I think the next couple of years we're going to
And I already
see
did that.
some interesting things.
I was going to feature, I hurt my shoulder and I've been taught by PT only to work with bands to get my shoulder back after I broke my collarbone. So this was one that looked kind of interesting because I use bands here on my desk, but I don't have the versatility to work in other places.
Move it up and down and yeah,
I only
yeah.
got
That's a pretty simple design. I mean, it's a platform with 4 posts, and you can hook the bands in different positions quite easily.
yeah.
So
Another one that I wanted to feature was this has been kind of like the hot new item out there. I don't know if
yeah,
you've seen this one, Chad.
Yeah,
For those
that's a
that,
great thing. The lap stacker.
yeah,
That's cool.
which is great because it's retractable and then comes back up when you need it.
I don't know how I would be able to manage it with my, kangaroo hands, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to
I
be
don't know how I'd be able to snap it or grab it or pull it up.
Why?
But
the quad one is supposed to be pretty good. I think it's magnetized and it's got kind of loops you can stick your fingers in. So I think as a quad we'd be able to do it. From what the pictures and the videos I've seen, it looked pretty doable.
Right. Something I thought of that was awesome was these spray bottles, easy spray. Now,
Yeah,
I got cologne bottles. I like my cologne. Um, but also, I need the Lysol a lot of times when I'm changing my colostomy bag. And so, this was great because I'll show the video. This was great because um, how easy it is to hook up to any spray bottle.
Yeah.
Because when I do it, I'm like holding it like this, and it's all over my hands.
Yeah, me too. I was doing the same thing with a uh,
Oh,
Febreze bottle.
that's a great thing. Wow.
And
It kind of looks, is it a 3D printed thing or?
no, I don't know if it's a 3D, but you can get it off. Oh, I saved the whip. Um, where you get the where we get our the
The
hand
active hands.
bands.
Active hands, yeah.
Yep, activate.
So on that Active Hands website where he's got this stuff, they're going to be featured on Dragon's Den tomorrow. So Dragon's Den UK, because it's a European company, they've got some kind of must be a new product. They're going to be featuring tomorrow. It says February 20th.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what they're coming out with.
Mm. Oh, we'll have to tune in.
Wow.
Another one was Robert found this, and also Mark sent me this. Was the picture's probably not, but for those of us that might have fallen on the floor, this is electric. So you
Or
fell
just
on
want
the
to get on
floor,
the floor. If you just
you
want to
get
get on
up.
the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if you want to get on the floor, we have a friend that she likes to get on the down after to get into the pool. And
Yeah.
what's nice about this, you can transfer somebody. They're on the floor, and then you can move them to the bed.
Yeah.
And this is the one Mark showed me. They're both the same price, $450. And here's the video. This is a funny video, guys. Only because of the acting done in this video. This is the greatest. Like,
Fallen and I
I'm
can't get
not
up.
fun of the elderly, and I'm inundated with going to my dad's nursing home right now. So I am not trying. I'm only
Yeah, that,
out of love. It's only out of love. But you get stuck on the floor. My wife could never get me off the floor. Um, maybe I know she can get my butt up there, and we can get in there, and with that strap, she can get me up where we don't have to call 911.
I try to stay off the floor.
Yeah, I do too. I almost hit the deck today. I
Uh-uh.
almost hit the deck.
I don't want to be on the floor. That's no man's land from looking up from down on the floor. I don't want to be. I don't like that.
That's not
Uh-uh.
feeling. But look at this. It's just, and then you can get up on the couch. Yeah, he's using his legs, bastard.
I was always taught that you could take your manual chair, whoever's with you, and flip it upside down to where that
Yeah.
it's just in that same position, and lock it, and then have somebody get you, you where you're leaning forward, and then get behind you and slowly work you up into that chair, and then then flip you back on it,
You know
which
what?
is work, but
Look
shit,
at,
I thank God I haven't had to do it in a while.
he looks so miserable, and she looks so happy right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. No joking. Robert wanted to feature this. Um, was the transfer off the for the couch help. Um, I, he thought like for anybody who likes to get in the couch paras, how the couch just sinks you down, and
Yeah.
you don't have anything to lift up for, and when you push down on the cushion, you go down. So he thought of that, and then
That's a great idea.
Robert had that hub drive that we were talking about. Did I show this?
Yeah. That new.
All right.
That's coming out.
Yeah. So that's what we found today for your products out there that works for us. If thank you for coffee time. So if for anybody out there that has products that works best for them, please message us on Live to Roll on our Instagram. Tell us what works best for you, and we want to feature it on our next product review. We love doing these, bringing out
All the right
that
stuff.
might work for us. Um, out there that might work for you, or something that might work for you and we don't know about it. Let us know. And you know, uh, especially for those that might be higher level than us too. Um,
Mhm.
Asses for mouse. I know there's a couple of them. We've talked about it in our other product reviews. So if you have something that is with technology or works best for you, let us know because I want to feature it. Ooh, we got. Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. Dogs are going nuts.
yeah, mine.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things out there. I scan Instagram pretty regularly and see, I follow several people and just watch how they're doing things and the little things that we come up with and be
Yeah,
able to pass it on, even if it's not something you can go out there and get. It's something you can show. I've seen some of these quads like us use some type of it's like a dummy thing to hold their head when they're trying to transfer over into the bed,
uh-huh.
just making different things like that. Yeah, we're great problem solvers. We're pretty good at it.
Yeah, and what works best for us. Um, so yeah, please let us know. Rob is even saying mouth pad. So let's definitely get you on, Rob. I did get your email, Rob, today. Sorry, I'm way behind on stuff. So we're gonna talk. Oh, and to talk about Rob and Tara, they are starting their live podcast. It's gonna be on Saturday. Put it up in the chat, Rob and Tara, if you can. They're gonna have Angry Quad on, and he's
Yeah.
doing a live podcast on Saturday. I want to say 4 o'clock, but I could be wrong. So Rob, please tell me. And yes, we need to have Rob on our channel a little bit more. So definitely get us that info. Uh, you guys are awesome. Quad God or Angry Quad is he's always a hoot. So
Are they gonna have Angry Quad on
they're gonna
their
have
podcast? I love it. I want to check it out. I want to see Angry Quad.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's cool.
Yeah, so you can actually, if you go on to Rob and Tara on their YouTube channel, you can find out all the information about their live cast coming up on Saturday. So please check that.
Nice, nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah, super good.
I like Slate Cleo's comment. I had a friend that was a para. He got onto the couch one day and sunk into it. Legend has it he's still there.
Yeah, I know. That is great.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, look at the time. I can't believe
I, this,
we're already over an hour here.
I always, when we start thinking about products, and I'm telling you guys, give me products, and I don't think we have enough, and then it's
Yeah,
probably because our motor mounts go too much. It, it's just it's just one of those things that go by fast. So, but
yeah,
before we leave, I do have some sponsors to thank. I know we talk about them all the time, but we got to thank them because they really do help out
absolutely.
the channel and everything. Mobility professionals, urology professionals. I think next week, my daughter's stroller is going to be um, in where I can go down and pick it up from mobility professionals. They're awesome. I had them come over to my house. I live in Southern California. So they were able to come out, measure the stroller of her old stroller because we wanted it to match the same way, and had color swatches. You had sizes and everything. Took really good measurements, and we're going to have a new stroller soon. Urology professionals, for those that are not here in the Southern California area, but you need urology needs, please check them out. They don't take all the insurances out there, but maybe give them a call and they might be able to help you out. And if they can't help you out, they should be able to send products your way that will work, and you can call another company and say, this works good for me because urology professionals help me.
There you go.
You got a party on your hand out there, Paul.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it in the background?
Maybe a little.
Is that your girls back there, Paul?
They're I'm worried my house is turning into a frat house.
Yay! Good for you. Awesome.
Well, they're having games night tonight, so they were picking up a bunch of like appies, and now they're all over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Well,
18 and 19
at
year olds.
least
keeps you young, Paul.
they're not crying that the USA beat Canada.
Yeah, no, they're not worried about that. They've moved on. Ah, 18 and 19 year olds having a good time.
Oh man,
Well,
that's
we
cool.
got 19 people in the chat and only 14 likes. If you did like this, please hit that like. Actually, we have 20 now. Please
24 now. Yeah,
button for us. It does help the channel. We do what we can. We're not professionals. We're flying off the seat of our pants half the time. Life gets busy, but we would love to get out here and or on this and talk about things that might help out somebody else. So thank
absolutely.
you for watching. For those that are watching and in the chat and hitting that like button, I got one since we've talked about it. So thank you so much. We really appreciate
Keep it
it.
going, guys. Keep
John
it
and
going.
Leah really appreciates it, and
Yeah,
I know everybody was wishing them well and happy that they're going into their new home. So hopefully we'll find out more details with them on Tuesday when Sean
yeah.
is back.
Exciting times.
Yes.
Awesome.
Any other?
So Bobby, are we going to be meeting next Thursday also?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. The old
Yeah.
men. We will be. Whoops. Don't want to wreck the faces, but yes, us good forward-looking old men. If you're into that, we'll be back next Thursday.
If
Uh,
you're into that, I like it.
so I don't know what our topic will be because Paul said he'll come up with it, and whatever he comes up with, that's what we do.
Okay. Hey, look at news to me. New news, new news.
But don't forget to check us out next Tuesday. We get to hear a little bit more about Sean in the house and see how it's all coming out. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
some luck. All right. With that, thank you, everybody. Any last words, Shad or Paul?
live to roll, teams. Good to see everybody out there.
You know, you typed a S instead of a C,
Yeah.
right?
Shad. Keep doing it, you guys. I mean, we're champions, you know. Get up every day and battle on.
Keep
Thanks
moving
for
forward.
thanks for coming in. And if you have any thoughts, ideas, hit us up on Instagram at Live to Roll. If you want more information about some of this stuff, you can also hit me up at SEI Quadfather. And with that, live to roll.
Live to
Live
roll,
to
gang.
roll.
Live to